Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We're going to take on yet another Armored Bro team here, Gym Bro. To be honest, I am really struggling in terms of trying to figure out how to deal with this particular team composition because of how bulky Gym Bro is. He is kind of difficult to break through with the conventional options that I have. Looking at Shez, looking at, well, of course, Lin, but I mean, you can play around Lin with like Elm and stuff. So the Elm team could probably try to figure out a way around it if I was using the fence, but I'm not using the fence. So that's where the difficulty really comes in to play. So we don't get the free turns, and we got yet another terrain effect now to deal with. So my strategy here is that we're going to try to bait out Camilla, and then we're going to see what happens after that. I think that's going to be the best approach to deal with that one. I don't think well, yeah, I don't want to. I think there's no way to avoid him. Just looking at where we are, I don't think we can avoid him. I think he's going to warp down. I don't have any warp denial on this team, barricade or anything like that, to prevent that from happening with the Celica ring. So we're gonna have to deal with him at some point, but I think safe bet at the very least is that we can get Camilla off the map, and that's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I think I can avoid him by just stepping back, so that's probably gonna be the play. We're gonna step back, leave that space free. Camilla should be able to warp down to where Plumeria is, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that should be the setup. And then from there, we're just going to see where the enemy team goes. There is a positional, the Makai ring effect going on, so that could pose a problem because I don't know exactly where that's going to end up. But yeah, we're just going to deal with it as it comes and figure things out as we move along. That's probably going to be the best option. Not much else I can do to avoid this defense, especially with Ather there. There's definitely going to be some swap or additional extra action shenanigans that I'm going to have to deal with. So yeah, let's see what happens and then take it from there. I like I said, I don't really have a team that can deal with this guy back here, Armored Bro. He is very strong, very strong to just player phase. Thinking of, like, again, Lin. Most of my teams, I realize, are melee, so they would have to attack into him, and pretty much everyone dies. So that's not a concrete strategy, to say the very least. So not looking good in that department. I'm just going to try to bait it out with Marth. Usually what happens is that if he's the last unit, then I can maybe try to figure something out, or if he comes down to a spot where Crom can potentially snipe him, then it should be fine, because we do have Crom here. So hopefully he can do something. I mean, he hasn't really been doing much this whole time, but hopefully in this situation he can maybe do something. Well, I mean, depending on where the units end up, and also where Armored Bro is, because if he's not solo, then it won't really matter. Yeah, he's really weak when he's by himself, but as soon as he gets an ally, he powers up. Like, yeah, it's incredible how much bulk he can get. And it's probably like a great pairing with, like, let's say someone like Alphonse, Brave Alphonse with the great talent, if he's able, or anyone with great talent support, to be honest. I think he is probably going to be even stronger with that by his side. So yeah, let's get Marth into position, get some extra status effects, and we're going to move Sedith over as well to get some extra support, and then that's all I got. I don't have anything else. Really, Armored Bro is the biggest problem on this team, and Camilla, of course. If we can get both of them into a spot where we can take them down on similar turns or close enough, then we should be able to win this with limited difficulty, with minimum difficulty. It should be winnable, given those things being available, or those things happening. So I've pretty much said all I can. We're just going to see what happens. I don't have Yeah, I don't have any other plans. Let's just see what happens. I think we should at least get Camilla first. There we go. We win the speed check, or at least we win the vantage effect. So, and also, yeah, we do outspeed her.
To a future of light.
I don't know. Something's going on. Maybe she has the Erica ring. I think. That's a problem. Like I said, man, I don't know what to do about this dude. And give him the... Well, it's, to be fair, it's a pretty common tactic. Give your bulkiest unit the silica ring and, you know, the opponent probably won't be able to deal with them. So there's not much of a change there, but in his case, he's just so tanky. Not even Crom is doing anything. Granted, he does have the Ather in support, so, you know, that's an additional layer of damage reduction, but yeah, very strong unit. Very, very strong unit. A couple of merges in there as well. I don't know, I gotta figure out a team to deal with this particular, him specifically. And I don't think it's gonna be melee. I mean, I could use Fur, but I kind of want to stick Fur in light season. And I don't want to run another Camilla team, so yeah, I think I want a range team to deal with him. I'm gonna have to try to figure that out. You got me, man. Alright, let's go again. We're gonna give this another shot. Let's see what we can do in this one. With this team here, this should be a lot easier at the very least. It's pretty common that sometimes you get an easier match after that first tough one. So that's what we've rolled into here. We're getting a bit of an easier matchup, and we're going to take advantage of it. Pretty much just going to send Tana and Camilla up there and smack the opponent in the face, and then should be GG's from there. Not a lot to stop us, or not a lot that can stop us here. Probably going to pin Azura. Definitely got to get rid of Tina, since she can steal our bonuses or copy them at the very least. So we definitely got to get rid of her, but aside from that, there isn't much of a problem. I don't see us having here, since there's no armored bro. Luckily, we have maps like this still in existence. It's kind of weird seeing them, given where the current meta is, because it's just... You would think that the players that would use maps like this would have at least swapped out their units already, but I don't know. I don't know. Everyone hasn't adopted or changed their defense to what the latest thing is. I just can't imagine that there's that many casuals still playing this game, in Ether raids at the very least, but apparently they are. Still quite a few of them going around, so you don't...
They will submit.
Or you're probably going to get lucky sometimes in terms of what you're going to run into.
Why wait?
Yeah. Or maybe just don't have warp. I can't imagine looking at this defense and thinking that someone doesn't have the orbs to update it. They probably have orbs. They just don't want to spend it, or don't know what to spend it on, or don't want to waste time spending orbs on the game. I don't know. Those are my possible scenarios that I have in mind. But we're going to get to it. Get up here, take out the units that we need to take out, and then figure it out. I'm just trying to think of who to put where, and then also that hex trap is potentially an issue in terms of placement. But yeah, not much else going on. We do have another light season coming up with Lynn, and I mean, I don't have the unit, don't know when I'm going to get her, so means I'm not going to have the bonus mythic for a while. I'm still summoning on the banner for Ryoma and Hanoka. Actually, I've finished summoning on that banner. I just haven't sparked yet. I'm trying to figure out who to get. So I finally got to 40. I don't know who to pick up. I'm trying to think of like my play style and who best would help me in the current meta. I think Ryoma is really good. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't get anyone up to spark.
Why not?
And there's Ash with the reflex assistance. Could be a really good unit as a unit that comes out in the third turn, or just someone that you could put on defense. Hanoka looks like she's probably going to be the most helpful. with the fodder, as well as what she could potentially do as a Gale Force unit. I actually have the fodder to give to Hinoka. I have a spare Camilla, and I have a spare Fur with Gale Force Mist. So all of those things are available. It's just whether or not I want to do that. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I'm probably going to lean. I'm currently leaning more towards Hinoka, just because being able to upgrade Thor, who, as you can see, I use quite a bit. I think that's probably something that I would be looking into, and then I could probably use Hinoka on Light Season, maybe, because I don't have a really consistent melee Gale Force team, in the same vein as what this one is doing. So even though I kind of swapped Camilla around, I want to stop doing that and keep Camilla in Astra Season while I use Fur in Light Season. So I don't know. I'm just considering my options. But yeah, I still want to get Ryoma. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. That aside, I'm going to pick up Katria. I've gotten a couple of cool skills on her from the Hall of Forms. So that's going to be a pickup. Why would I pick up Duma? Like, why? I mean, his dual button is pretty good with the healing. I do like that. Celica, legendary Celica, I never use, like, not even in arena. And the sister is like whatever, but Katria definitely got some good skills on her. I'm thinking of using her, or at least just having the upgrades on her would be good. Arena has been annoying with the new terrain. Like, oh my, it's so much of a pain to play arena these days. I don't know what they're gonna do to make arena more desirable to play, or to make it more interesting. Interesting isn't the word. I kind of just don't want to play arena. That's really what it is. I just don't want to play it because it's not fun.
I am not sure.
Yeah, arena is not fun. So I don't know what they're gonna do about it. And this is another reason that we have Leon on the Tana team, because she can just, Tana is just so good. She just allows Leon to warp all the way up here, and I don't have to try to figure out how to get him from the bottom to the top. I don't know, man. Fantastic unit, this Tana. GG's. See you in the next one.